Hi Virgo, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for July 2019. This month I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Ascendant, and Virgo Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And at the end of the reading, like I did in May and June, I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from my velvet bag of gems. I've got 21 or 22 gemstone crystals in here, and I'll pick a gemstone crystal out for you, and my spirit guides will tell me why that is the best crystal for you to use and work with in the month of July. And when I say use and work with, I mean you could sleep with it under your pillow, carry it in your pocket, buy a necklace or a bracelet that has the crystals of that particular stone. You could carry it in your bra. You could put it on your chakras when you meditate, your third eye, your throat, your heart chakra. Or if you're getting Reiki, you could put this stone on you somewhere and while you're getting Reiki healing as well. So all that being said, Virgo, now on to your July 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have here, Virgo, is Seven of Cups, and this is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Choose wisely from the illusions that are around you. You could find yourself having difficulty in making a decision or a choice about something in July. It could also be dreams coming true. You could have some dream come true happen in July. I pick up some mixed up energy for some of you. There could be some family situations going on where people are kind of like at odds or setting each other off. Some of you Virgos, your accumulation of things may have gotten out of hand, and there's some things you need to like purge and get rid of. Now, maybe you're like, hey, my house is all together. That's not true for me. Well, it could be your emotions. Maybe there's too much cluttered emotions that you need to get rid of some of them. If it's not stuff, it could be internal things for you. And I do feel that many of you are going to be getting things in order and organizing things and things that have been out of place or disarray. You know, maybe you have a bunch of kids and they've caused all kind of, they've made a mess of things, or grandkids. But it could even be just you're super busy, you got a lot of projects and things going on, and things have gotten kind of like out of whack or disarray in your environment. It could even be at work, but it really feels to me like this is either internally in emotions in you, or it's the environment in which you live in. That's what it feels like to me. Some of you are going to have some object that was lost that's going to show up and turn up in July. Some of you may have a partner that, especially those of you that have a female partner, that could be second guessing you, berating you, or like putting you down or being criticizing. It could either be male or female, but for some of you, it seems to be coming from a female, more so than a male, but it could go either way here. You know, you need to be guarded that you don't lash out at people you love in July. You may have a short fuse, or your emotions are raw, tempers could be, close to the surface with you, and you may be actually irritated or upset about something else, and you're ending up taking it out on people that you love and that are close to you. So be guarded about that. Be careful of that, Virgo. It might be something that some of you will have happen. And it could be because of some of the planetary aspects we have going on, Jupiter's in retrograde, Saturn's in retrograde, Pluto's in retrograde, Mercury's in retrograde. Anything else want to go on retrograde? Please, no, that's enough. But you know what I'm saying? Like some of these things might be agitating you for some reason. If you believe in mediumship, do not be surprised if you don't receive communication from somebody that's deceased. Now, this could be you going to a psychic medium that's bringing you the messages, or you may be getting the messages directly yourself. They could be showing up in signs. They could be showing up like you could hear them yourself. Like, I'll give you a little example. My father had turtles when I was a kid. Even before I was born, he had like 100 turtles. Then when I was a little kid, and then till he was in his 60s or almost 70, we had 15 turtles. Well, last week, actually yesterday, turtles showed up about 10 times to me on the internet in different ways. So I know my father was giving me a message. You might get something like that. So the next card here you have is the moon. So this is secrecy and deception and romance. It could be secrecy by itself. It could be romance by itself. It could be something is an illusion, so you have to be cautious. It could also be your own psychic ability and your own intuition kicking up in July. You may feel like things are not right, and that things need to be adjusted, and that you may have been getting some kind of picture painted to you about something that was not completely factual. Because I get all this suspicion in you. Something is playing out in a way that you don't feel is right, or you have great suspicions of. Some of you have things that were taken from you by a relative or a friend, or somebody in your family who brought a friend in, or something. Some of you, some things are missing. You are struggling with something emotionally. I feel that some of you Virgos don't know how you feel about a particular person or situation anymore. You're in a real quandary emotionally speaking. Now, especially, this could be especially true if you have Virgo moon. And I feel like you've tried really hard and gone out of your way to rectify something, some situation, make something right, and it just doesn't seem to have made any difference or didn't change it. This could be in a love relationship. This could be in a business endeavor. Could be with a family member you might be at odds with. But I do feel like you did some area of your life, Virgo. You made some kind of strides or efforts, but whatever you did, you feel like kind of bummed out, like dejected, like it didn't really make a big difference or change anything. And there's something, Virgo, that you feel like you can't do it anymore, and you can't keep putting yourself through this emotionally, so you have to let go of it. It could be emotions because, man, you got it all over the place here with this card. Or it could be an ideal, an idea, a relationship, a friendship, a love, a spouse, a job. What is it? There's something that is emotionally you're overwrought about, and you got to let it go. And there's some things you don't trust going on here. I don't know. You've got a lot of, it's all emotions about you here with the first two cards. And look at your third card. This might be emotions too. You have Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords to me is a card that means being trapped in an emotional prison or trapped in a situation, and you might not see how to get out of it. Or there could be unknown factors at play that are keeping you in the dark and making you feel trapped. I feel like you're trying to keep yourself together for something, like hold it together emotionally. And this may be for your kids, your family members, I don't know, but there's something going on that it's disturbing you, and you feel like you have to hold it together emotionally, like I got to keep it together. You're kind of feeling like you're on an island unto yourself. And some of you Virgos feel like it's like almost like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. I feel like you do feel like you're on an island unto yourself, and if you make a decision this way or you make a decision that way, you're afraid of what will befall you, because you don't really feel like if you make this decision, it's going to be great, or that one, it's going to be great. So you're kind of like putting yourself in a position where I'm just hanging here on this little island all to myself, and I'm thinking, like you're really pondering what steps to make, what to do. I feel like it's an overwhelming time for you emotionally, and I feel like your emotions are clouding your logic. You may even be feeling like you're closing yourself off from people, and you're not letting anybody in either. Even if there's people trying to say, hey, Virgo, what's going on? Hey, Virgo, are you okay? Hey, Virgo, I feel like you're either going to distance yourself from people in July, or you're just going to be not forthcoming at all with what emotionally is going on with you, because I get you really, really, really super guarded. You know, August is a much better month for you with decision making. So if you can put off making any big life-changing decisions or choices or anything like that, better put off till around the 16th through the 25th of August, especially around the 20th. Best time for you to make decisions, not great time for you to make big decisions in July. And also, that's also because Mercury is retrograde, and I wouldn't make any big life-changing decisions while that's going on unless you can absolutely help it. Now, you've got some weird cards here, Virgo. I don't know, you've had a lot of great ones lately. This is a kind of wonky reading for you. You have the Sun, which is great. This could be love. This could be success in the material world. It could be the spotlight being on you. It could be joy, happiness, exuberance, joyous of all accounts. But your next card is weird after it, and your cards before it are weird. So we'll have to see what comes up here. It's kind of like time for you to figure out truly who you actually want to be, what you want to do with your life going forward, who you want to be with going forward. Like, this is a big month for you. I'm not making this up. I really feel like, and if you're like, what's she talking about? Then watch your rising sign or moon sign, because this for Virgos, I don't know, maybe this is applying more to Virgo moon people or Virgo's rising people than Virgo sun people. I don't know, but this is like monumentous in some ways. Who do I want to be? Who do I want to become? What path do I want to take? What's the direction I want to do next? I'm not sure why you're feeling so much the squeeze of why this is like it's so intense for you this month, but you're on some, I don't know, because it's going to be different for all of you. You're on some sort of like, you're on that, I'm thinking of the restaurant door. I've been in the restaurant business and in the food business since I was 16. And when you work in a restaurant, the door you push into the kitchen, to bring back the plates and the dirty dishes, and the other door that comes out to bring stuff out to the customers. I feel like you're in that door, that swinging door is about ready to open for you. And some of you don't feel totally satisfied with your condition of what's going on in your life. There's something that's missing or that you don't like about it. Either your love life you don't like, or your work life you don't like, or your living situation you don't like, or maybe a combination of things you don't like here. Some of you either are going to tell somebody how you feel about them, that you love them with all your heart, and if they don't reciprocate, then that's the end of them. You can't do anything else with it. Or you're going to tell the person, I can't cope with this relationship anymore. It's not fitting for me of what I want. So I've got to let you go. One way or the other. You're either giving love to somebody and seeing what they do with it, and you're making a decision based on that, or you are like, I'm not getting emotionally satisfied or fulfilled from this relationship anymore, and you're going to speak up about it. Now, maybe you're not actually going to divorce or separate. Maybe not. Maybe you just need to tell them your feelings. It could just be that. I feel like you're going to be really concerned about not wanting to upset the apple cart. I feel like you're going to not really want to create drama, But I kind of feel like I go back to this card. I feel like this is what you're going to do in July because you don't want to have the drama. But some of you, I don't know, through this Sun card, it's very unusual what's happening here for you. This is an odd reading. I want it to be a great reading for you, Virgo. You've had tons of great readings recently. You're one of the signs that like every freaking reading has been like, woohoo, off the hook. This one, your emotions are all over the place in this reading. You got the Nine of Swords as the last card. Now, this could be sleepless nights, not feeling well, bad dreams. You could be grieving the loss of a love relationship that's broken up or grieving something. But look how this card is. That's normally what it means to me when I see Nine of Swords. But in this deck, it's almost like a repeat of the Eight of Swords because look, their hands are tied, they're trapped, they're bound, similar as the Nine. Look, you had, those two cards are pretty powerful. So let's see why it's here. You're going to be really cognizant of not wanting to destroy something that you have because you want to keep certain things in place. You don't want your whole life to become like a shambles. And so there may be some things that you're not totally sold on or happy with about what's going on in July, but I feel like you want to kind of keep the status quo. But your emotions are playing ping pong all over the place like a pinball machine in you. And I don't feel like you're really settled or happy or completely convinced about things in your life and how they're rolling and what you want to see going forward either. I really have a weird feeling that you almost feel like if things change too much, that something about your life will fall apart. So maybe you're with somebody that you're not really into anymore, and you're afraid if you break it off with them, or disconnect from them, then things will fall apart in your life in a different way. Like maybe you're married and you think that'll destroy how my kids feel, the household I've built, the this, the that. It could be a business. It could be that you're in a business partnership with somebody, or you have some strong thing going on in your business world and you're like afraid if you break up a partnership in a business or you change something drastically with your business, that then things are going to fall apart in your life in another way. Could even be with a family relation, if you're at odds with them and you're like, I can't let them know what I feel because if I do, then other relationships between me and other people will suffer. Or, it's a very tricky reading, and a lot of it has to do with fears, things you are afraid and worried about that will change. Not wanting to upset the apple cart, not wanting to upset the status quo. Your emotions are all over the place. It's the best thing my guides are saying for you to do is to just go along with the status quo in July and don't make any big decisions until you get well into the month of August or beyond. Don't make life-changing decisions in July. I feel if you do, you'll have a hard time recovering from them somehow. That's how it comes up. So now I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from this. This has like 21 or 22 gemstones in here. And I'm going to pull a crystal for you and then psychically read it, why this is a good crystal for you to work with in the month of July 2019 for Virgo. Virgo, what's the best stone for Virgo? Okay, you have clear quartz. You got clear quartz. It's like, hold on to things right now. Time is of the essence and keep grounded. This stone is giving you those things in some manner. And it's to give you some kind of balance because you're in the throes of change. Situations in your life, you're in the throes of change. And this quartz crystal is going to help you deal with that. It's going to give you like peace of mind with things associated with time, like the length of time you need to ponder and think. It's going to help you with your thinking process. You know, this crystal is a quartz crystal. It holds messages of the cosmos, the universe, the universal mind, the higher mind. It's like a computer, all crystals. So maybe that's why they're telling you this is a quartz crystal too. Maybe that's why they're saying this is good for you, because you're at this big precipice of change. So you could even look at a quartz crystal and meditate on it. And I believe you're going to get messages yourself of the answers to things you need to know. It's good for you. My guides are saying this would be very good for you to have under your pillow when you sleep, or wear it when you're asleep, because you're going to get restful sleep for one. But the other reason is because you're going to get precognitive dreams or messages from your guides in your dreams that may be giving you answers and solutions to the stuff that came up in your reading. It was a very unusual reading for you, Virgo. I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from me and my spirit guides that you won't see here on YouTube, you can follow me on my two businesses' Facebook pages, The Lucky Mermaid LLC and The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on my Instagram account at @TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. In all of those places, I pull tarot cards, oracle cards, look into my crystal, give you psychic predictions and messages. Sometimes they're for the day, but usually they're for a week, a couple weeks, or even a month ahead. So hope to see you over there on my social media and interact with you over there. I look forward to seeing you there. And if you're interested in getting any of the special videos I've recorded, such as, first off, if you want to get a continuation of this reading where I continue on and look into my crystal for your sign for the month of July 2019, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for these psychic crystal readings for July 2019 for download and purchase. Also, Saturn and Pluto retrograde is still going on, and I did psychic tarot and oracle card readings where I pulled 4 tarot cards and 1 oracle card from the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck. And the Saturn is retrograde from April 29th through September 18th. And Pluto is retrograde from April 24th until October 3rd. So those predictions and messages are going to cover that time period in those videos. Also, don't forget there's other planetary things going on as well. Jupiter is retrograde, started on April 10th and lasts until August 11th. And I did a psychic tarot and crystal readings for that transit, where I used 2 cards from the Jane Lyle Renaissance Tarot deck and looked into my crystal. Also, don't forget, every year I always do my mid-year psychic tarot update, where I pulled 5 cards for your sign, for each of your signs, and I look into what is going to transpire from June 2019 through to the end of the year, end of December 2019, and those videos are also on Vimeo as well. All the video series are available by clicking on the links below, and they'll take you to those videos on Vimeo. And if you want to just click exactly on your sign and go directly to your sign, you can do that by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series I have listed that I've done. There's over 1,300 videos I've recorded on Vimeo with all my spirit guides, psychic predictions, and messages for all your signs in a variety of topics. I started that in August of 2015, and I'm still continuing on. So what you would do is you just go to the heading of the video series you want. You click on your sign under that video series, and it's going to take you directly to Vimeo to that video for download and purchase. So I hope you'll find something there that'll give you more insight and information and be helpful to you as you travel through all these energies that we have always going on around us. So I hope you have an absolutely spectacular July, Virgo. I do truly hope you do. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.